Hi guys, Puddin here with a game for you, my Tier 10 British light cruiser, the Minotaur. Now, my captain skills are priority target, jack of all trades, bigger smoke screen, basic fire training, superintendent, advanced fire training, and concealment. Now my modules for this particular game are protect my main batteries, longer shooting AA, Damcom 1, faster rudder, faster reload, and concealment 1. But I will switch out faster reload for more AA damage if I do divvy up with ACV. I do kind of spec this a little bit heavy into an AA cruiser because it is a very strong AA cruiser, even without defensive fire. Now, as you can see, I'm in a full divvy with Mr. Endeavor and the infamous Mr. Tedster. And my initial plan is to go to B, but as you can see, the island directly in front of me is what I'm going to use for cover. I'm going to drive right at it, but what I want to do is have the rear of my ship looking towards B, to where if I need to get out of there, I can do it relatively quickly instead of having to slowly reverse. Now, I let Mr. Endeavor know that, you know what, I really don't need smoke. You know, I'll use mine for first, you know, save yours. You know, I should be okay utilizing mine. I see the smoke cloud and I know that I should be relatively safe getting to where I want to go. Now, the one thing I really don't want to see happen in this ship is obviously Montana looking at me, because they are infamous for just outright deleting you from the start. But more importantly is maybe a radar cruiser getting in a good spot. But right now, my worst fears have happened. There is a cyclone coming, which means when the cyclone hits, everybody's detection goes to 8 kilometers, which is very close quarters for battleships. Now, the reason I picked this island or this particular spot is I can support B very easily and be relatively safe from torpedoes. There's not too much that is going to be able to torpedo me. Get spotted, immediately hit the smoke button, and I know it's got to be a DD that, you know, passing the gap in there is a Fletcher. The Fletcher's making his turn, which, you know what, instantly going to pop the hydro because he should have dropped torps. Was going to sit here and start plinking the Yamato, but I am a cruiser. My food is destroyers, especially ones that get close, and look, here comes the torpedoes, which is why I immediately stopped, smoke, started reversing, and hit my hydro. Now, the only question is whether or not I will be able to reverse in time, but even if I don't, I'm not too worried because I have glorious British heel. I would say I don't have to worry about any torps really coming from me because nothing is in a position to get me. The main reason I picked this spot is because I can get most of my guns to bear on any of these ships that are here. And if anybody wants to try to shoot into the smoke, they're going to have a very hard time because I'm so close to the island. They would have to be an extremely good shot, but even that, the guns, without them being targeted on something, really aren't going to elevate high enough for them to get good rounds in on me. Now, I've got 30 seconds left on smoke, and there's a Montana, but luckily for me, the friendly Fletcher was able to deal with it. Now, you know, the first, 5-10 minutes of this is not going to be very exciting. I'm going to just utilize my smoke and, do Minotaur things. Just sit there and paper cut things to death that I can. I'm trying to actively look for targets. Now, I waited to do my reverse for my smoke to kind of come back, because what I want to do is get just enough of a smoke cloud to where I can just touch the cap and start helping our DDs cap B. With the position of where the two destroyers that were spotted over here, I'm really not worried about getting torpedo from them. I'm more or less worried about where their Donskoy is at and his radar. Now I cut my speed down a little bit, noticed that I didn't quite make enough of a smoke cloud into the cap, so I just continue my reverse a little bit more. I am aware that there is an Alabama in the area, and being this far out, this guy can actively shoot me if he so decided to shoot into the smoke. But then again, with where their DDs are, I'm not worried about taking torpedoes from anything. There goes torpedoes harmlessly sailing right by me. I'm just gonna focus on this Alabama. Now, if you'll see me come out of sniper view and just hold down the trigger, it's because I know shells are gonna continually hit. At this point, I do this to kind of look at the mini map as a situation. I let Mr. Endeavor know that I was dropping torps. He's like, I've got him dead, but you know what, maybe I'll catch something anyways. You never know, but I do hold one set just in case there's something else. I hit my hydro because, his torps were reloaded. Well, we did see some torps go by. There's still, still something else out there with torps, and I kind of don't want to be caught out with, kind of sitting still. But this is where I'm going to just reverse in, help these guys get the cap. And as you can see, my smoke cloud is just big enough for me to sit comfortably on this cap, not worry about getting spotted, help get this cap, and then really what I'm going to do is just kind of assess the whole situation. And what we're going to do now is just slow down the gameplay, load the mini-map, and look at everything. We can see that we have a large force of friendlies at C. The enemy's main push was obviously, ours is at C, the enemy's is at A. We had a Gearing that was last spotted by BCAP, but obviously he is skedaddled out of here. And the things that are running from C are the Yamato, Donskoy, and Kaba. We have plenty of ships up there. The Shimmy and Kurfürst on our team is kind of the try to slow down these guys. But with the Cyclone coming in, they are going to have to make their push in to be here because they are down over 300 points and down ships. But a Cyclone is a great equalizer. So my plan is to come around this island I am at right now and support the BCAP from the other side of this island. I'm trying to make the most effective use out of my cover, which is smokes and island. Now we're going to get back into the action and see how everything unfolds. But you know what? I'm not turning my guns to look at anything because I kind of don't want to shoot because I am not in a good spot. I'm in a very good spot to help continue support the cap if the Gearing does decide to come back. But you know what? I'm broadside to all of those battleships that are coming out of A. I'm also trying to, at this point, look at the whole situation and, decide really which island I wanted to sit behind. And like I said, the initial game plan was to come around and just utilize this island that I'd been using. But, you know what, I'm still kind of deciding and who needs what kind of help. but I see the Turpus is coming in, so I decide to actually push into the cap to try to help out Mr. Endeavor. Now, I kind of was waiting for my shots until I started seeing the tick go down for spotting range. Because while I knew I was going to get spotted, if I can just wait, just a little bit to where, just right there, that, and I can still get some rounds down range, I wouldn't be spotted for very long. Now, what I'm going to do is make effective use of my smoke in the middle of a cyclone. I'm using whatever concealment or cover I can, and I'm using friendlies for spotting. Now, I see that the Fletcher's in a fight with the Gearing, so I'm looking in that direction, heading in that direction, but the Turpus pops up and he needs to go first as the Hindenburg gets our Gearing. I drop torps on where the Turpus is, take some shots in on the Gearing because, you know what, why not? It's food. But at this point, I noticed on the map that, we had a shimmy. Tesla was coming over in his conqueror, so I'm like, you know what, I will smoke up here. The Gearing might push in. We know that Turpus is coming in, and if he manages to avoid these torps, and he doesn't, I would be in a very good spot to support these guys while maintaining some sort of concealment. Now, with the smoke change, I do believe it is 5.5 kilometers. Things will spot me even in smoke with no assistance. Now, I kind of anticipated this Hindenburg to keep going that way. I should have known better. But luckily for me, the second set of torps are, just 30 seconds away. I know that this Hindenburg has 5.8 kilometer hydro, but it's really not going to matter because, maybe something did radar me there. Well, you know what? I wasn't too worried because I'm like, I know this guy's going to be in close enough range to where, one, he would be close enough to naturally spot me even without the hydro. The hydro would be for torpedoes. Luckily for me, and unluckily for the shimmy, he ate a torp, which made a nice bigger gap. I see the cob, I'm like, this guy has to die because it is DD at the end of the day. It is food. But he does have torpedoes, and I managed to plink him down. I let Ted know that I dropped one torpedo on Hindenburg, and I'm trying to do everything I can to try to save Ted. Managed to get the Hindenburg, but I do believe Ted said he's on fire or something else was looking at him, and it wasn't sure if he was going to survive. Now I'm dropping random, kind of random torps because I want to get my torps back on a reload. Because if you didn't know, if you single fire these, fire one, your torps will not start reloading. You have to fire the full set that is in that torp tube. I think, oh good, Fletcher smoke, yes please. The other thing is, if the Gearing sent torps, he might send them to the top of the smoke cloud where the Fletcher was at. Not more towards the bottom. The other thing is he might not have even sent torps. So what I'm going to do here is once again utilize smoke and teammates that are spotting. It gives me the best chance to help them. These guys have to push into A, and you know what, just by me being here, being able to plink stuff, they're going to know it's me in the smoke. But it's just, sometimes it's just enough to push things away to where they can't continue to damage friendlies. And that's when the Yamato pops up, and this guy starts turning in. I didn't want to drop torps because of our Amaga there. I wanted to give him whatever opportunity he wanted to maneuver. I'm kind of just randomly dropping these on where I think the Yamato would be going. No particular rhyme or reason. They're just purely random torps, but I do have another set. And this is when I noticed that here comes another battleship to go out and spot for me. I hit my hydro because I was kind of worried about gearing torps as the Yamato secondaries are hitting me, but I noticed that the smoke was going down on the Fletcher smoke, and I decided to hit mine. Now I know the Kurfürst has hydro also, but that doesn't matter. I want to use whatever concealment I can for as long as I can. I'm constantly looking at where the Yamato and gearing would be to maybe get them if this Montana's getting there. I noticed that the Donskoy, I know this guy has to die because he can radar me. Luckily, the Montana gets a really big salvo, and I just finished him off. And as you can see, the Kurfürst naturally spots me. I'm sending very dangerous torps. But I'm thinking that maybe our Montana's going to be smart enough to maybe turn out and, you know, try to get some distance. I noticed the Kurfürst is turning his guns towards me. But you know what, he's showing me broadside, and that's not the best life choices. I start skedaddling, but I'm going to make a colossal mistake and not get punished for it. If it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid. I just got lucky. What I'm going to do is drop one torp, go to the widespread, drop those, turn back around because I don't want to be showing this guy any sort of side. But making the turn again, now I'm just trying to get some distance. Notice he's kind of going straight a little bit, so I wouldn't have to worry about showing too much side. But luckily for me, these torps hit and do big damage and get this guy extremely low to where, you know, the flood could just get it. I failed to realize the Yamato was going forward for the potential double strike, but, you know, lofty shells that might not have gotten there in time anyways. I adjust my aim and start dropping in on the Yamato. Gonna paper cut him. Eat a torpedo from the gearing, but I'm out of smoke, I'm out of hydro, but he doesn't know that. So what I'm going to do is kind of drive at him, making him think I do have this stuff to keep pushing this guy away, to keep him away from our battleship. There's really not much they can do to win. They're, you know, we have over 500 points. The shimmy's gonna go get A. We don't manage to find this gearing. He doesn't shoot, he just runs away. I'm gonna make my turn to put distance on him. But now, guys, instead of worrying you with this, we're going to go check out the post-battle results. Now, I hope you guys really did learn something about using concealment to your advantage and using teammates to spot for you. Now, I know the Minotaur does have smoke cloud, so I can pretty much make concealment whenever I do need it. But it was also utilizing natural concealment in the shape of islands to minimize things being able to torpedo me and potentially smoke shoot me. And I was using teammates to spot for me, while some of them were actually in my division. Some of them were not. Now, if you are not a squishy cruiser, and if you are a DD or a battleship, and you do have a British cruiser with you, remember the strength comes from somebody has to spot for the gentleman. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. We do appreciate all the support you guys give us. We do love the replays you send in. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.